Hello drone lovers! Wow! Great to be back. It is great to be back. If you're all a drone lover like me, you know that you like your rare items. Ooh, it's windy. Finally some breeze. My balls are sweaty. I'm spaghetti. And boy do I have rare items today. I have the Kiss Ultra. Yeah! Oh, I love you. All that iso perfect alcohol. I have to taste that flux. Yummy. Don't do this, kids. Lead is poisonous. Hello drone lovers. If you're like me, you like yourself some rare item. Boy do I have a rare item here today. This is a GoPro Hero Session 5. Here's the thing about the Session 5, right? It's like the moment I got this thing, I thought it's like, yeah, it's gonna be a rare item, you know? Nobody's really gonna care so much about it. But it's not so much of a rare item considering that how many of you are actually texting me on WhatsApp asking me how do I set up the best, juiciest video settings for the GoPro Hero Session 5. So I thought I was going to make this video and like the results may surprise you. And I'm gonna test every single thing and then you get to see whether or not what you like. Anyway, right, let's get right to it. Step 1. Get yourself an ND filter. This is an ND8 from Etix. You stick it on, but you can also use a glass filter from Team Black Sheep. This is also an ND8. Or you can get one of these from Camera Butter, which is an ND4. Use an ND8 if it's really bright and sunny like today, or use an ND4 for cloudy days. Step 2. Connect to your GoPro using the Quick app. Turn off your Protune, set everything to auto white balance, auto shutter speed. You don't even need to know whatever your ISO is. And you're done. That's it. Roll the clip. Let me show you what it looks like. And that's the end of the episode. Thanks so much for watching. Those were the best settings for the GoPro Hero Session 5 for FPV. Yeah, that's not really the end of the episode, isn't it? It's if you set it on auto, you allow the GoPro to auto adjust the shutter and the exposure, and you might get varying degrees of motion blur. So when you go from a very bright area to a very dark area, you get very different things that you see. But if you're not checking every frame and you don't really care about it, then good for you. That's the end of the episode for you. But if you really want to have like the most like control of your motion blur, then keep watching. Like, we'll get back to me on the field. Ciao. Oh, you still here? Oh, thanks for sticking around. Anyway, I guess that was like the beginner way, and this would be the expert way on how to set up your GoPro Hero Session 5. Yeah, let's get into it. It's kind of hot, right? Yes. For this to work, you need to download the latest version of the GoPro Quick app. Okay, you need the latest version of the GoPro Quick app. Why? It's because GoPro has returned to us the ability to configure Protune settings in the Quick app, and yeah, it was something that they took away in the first place. But yeah, anyway, thank you GoPro for basically taking something away, making it a necessity, returning it, and coming to look like a hero. Yeah, whatever, just download the app, okay? As I was saying, download the latest GoPro Quick app. Make sure you bind the two cameras, of course, bind the camera with the app, and then connect to your GoPro. Then you go control your GoPro. Ooh, I can see myself. Hello! And then go to settings. Turn on Protune. I would like to set my white balance to 5500. I set my color to flat, but you could use GoPro Color. The thing that matters most if you want to get the best motion blur is to set your ISO.
Shutter speed.
1/60 or 1/120 if you want less motion blur. Set your ISO to whatever you want. I usually do ISO max 400, and then I change the mode to max so that the GoPro will automatically adjust the ISO when you go into dark places like this, and it will change it to 100 if it's really sunny. Set your sharpness to high, and make sure you slap on an ND filter, and please check your exposure. Look at this. See, exposure here looks a bit overblown. I only have an ND8 here. On a sunny day like this, I actually change it probably to a 32 or a 16, but it looks okay. So this is how it looks like on the expert settings. You can see it's very, very flat, right? There's no color correction yet. So I'm going to add color correction now. I'm just going to add a little bit more saturation and reduce the highlights. Looks pretty good, yeah? And then now I'm going to add a LUT and boom! Oh, cinematic as fuck! Yeah, look at that. Honestly, it's not very different from the auto settings, but if you look at every frame, you might see a difference. Here I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison of auto settings and expert settings. Now I can't match the flights up exactly, but you're going to see what you have to work with the expert setting on the right. I've left the expert setting on the raw export that comes out of the camera, so no color correction, no LUTs whatsoever. And you can see that, you know, the expert setting does have a little bit more controlled motion blur, but honestly, you can get away with a lot on the auto settings. Adjust the camera because you need to see this, please. Like, you need to see this, okay? Check your exposure. I swear to you, this is like the step that I miss most of the time. I put all the settings right, I put on the ND filter, and I refuse to check my exposure because I just assume that, like, hey, the day like this is super bright and sunny, and yeah, whatever. And then in the end of it, I come home with a whole day's worth of footage that's basically unusable because I didn't check my exposure. And yeah, I just go into the bathroom and I cry. So that, my friends, is the best settings that I could think of for the GoPro Hero Session 5. This thing also works for all the other Heroes, like the Hero 7, whatever, that now because you have access to Protune, that you can just use these settings and test it out. Make sure you lock your shutter speed, then use the proper ND filter to properly expose your image, and then you should get the best result. If you like this kind of content and you want to stick around, drone lovers, and see what the rest kind of stupid things that I do, please do subscribe and smash the like button. Smash. Yeah, smash the like button. Cheers. I wonder what kind of nonsense things should I do next. Oh, I know. I should compare ND filters. Which one's the best, right? Camera butter, TBS, or Ethics. I have these three, so might as well throw them out and have a test. You can see the comparison and see whether you like it or not. I got so many ND filters in my pocket. Yeah.